It's me, Bluenote. Here we go. Now, before I forget, I am absolutely going to want to visit the Shrine of Talos to get rid of the bone
Say
break fever.
Helgen got hit by a dragon.
That way, people will stop asking me if I feel sick.
You were once mad.
Easy peasy. Okay, now we can continue.
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade. Need more experience.
Before we head in, let's swim under the
dragons.
bridge and check out the skeleton for 6 gold. Not bad.
One man, say.
Now that skeleton won't always have money or even bone meal. Some playthroughs you just get really unlucky and he's completely empty. No inventory at all.
Staying safe, I hope.
Actually, I think the leading theory is that skeleton is a woman. I think. I can't remember.
Well, there's no... My
What's
lord,
the meaning of
please.
this interruption?
This is no time
Jarl
for rash
Balgrup is
action.
not
I
receiving
just think we
visitors.
need more information before we act.
I have news about the dragon attack.
Well,
Who's this,
that
then?
explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Yeah, it was flying north last I saw it.
By Ismir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains.
It's a provocation. He'll assume
Ain't nobody high and mighty in these halls except in the Jarl. And don't you forget,
I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Hey, how's it going?
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors?
Actually, the Jarl said you had a project you needed help with.
What? Project? You think you could help me? I really don't think so.
Watch out. You're about to step in your own shock rune, idiot.
What? I never even cast a... Ah, I see. You have some knowledge of the higher art. Please forgive my earlier rudeness. I'm so often interrupted by visitors wandering in, I can occasionally become quite savage. Now, what did you say you wanted?
Project. Jarl. Dragons.
Ah, indeed? The Jarl. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons.
You don't say.
Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
What the hell does this have to do with dragons?
Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from?
Okay, so what do you need me to do?
I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Anything you can tell me about this place?
An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there.
Okay, and you're sure the stone tablet is there?
Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources.
As you say. Are you the only wizard in Whiterun, by the way? Is there anybody else I can talk to about this shit?
I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense.
Yeah, sure. I am an experienced courier.
Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task.
What do you have for sale?
Take a look.
Alright, that'll do. KTLA 5. Nope. Okay.
Off to Bleak Falls Barrow with you.
I see
The
you've
Jarl is
already
not
met my new
appreciative.
friend here. I'm sure you two will get along.
Okay, so we've been given the quest to retrieve the Dragonstone. So what are we going to do? We're gonna go do side quests.
Everything's all right?
Damn those Grey Mains to oblivion. They want to back the storm cloaks. They'll what's coming.
Cause trouble in Whiterun and I'll haul you into the Dragon's Reach dungeon myself.
Send you back to Riverwood.
Yes, Housecar. We leave immediately. It's just us against the dragon. Is that it?
So,
Can't afford to send anyone else.
we're just gonna disable that quest marker. And
Don't
Yeah.
know where the dragon is.
let's stop off in the Bannered Mare first.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Hey, how's it going?
What? Why are you looking at me?
Are you drunk?
Only if I can help it. But damn if I ain't almost sober. Hey, in the Bannered Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. The good stuff. Get it for me. They won't even know it's gone. Come on.
Yeah. For you, old man.
Argonian ale. I can almost taste it.
Here, have a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Later.
Sure, whatever.
I work
Alright.
for Bellathor at the
So
General
this is basically a tutorial
work you're
on
looking for?
stealing.
Hulda's the one to talk to.
The Imperials.
I need to sneak
To our youth,
notes that the line is flat, not an open eye, so we're not seen.
Say
Yes, Mom?
And
I'll be needing you to mark
Boom.
the place down
we
extra.
got it.
Lots of space.
Easy peasy.
Certainly, Mom.
It's not always going to be that easy, though.
My
Here you go.
That Heimsker's crazy. Him and his dog, Talos. We should just shut up.
That could be arranged for a price. But for now, Here's what you asked for.
Well, would you look at that? Argonian ale. My thanks, friend. Here, take this here healing potion. I, found it in the temple.
And we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied
Bye now.
our hopes and our dreams.
Let's see. Nope. The other quest I can do here is not
I enjoy
active
this
yet.
work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. What can I get you?
I'm looking for work. Got any leads?
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Okay, cool. So, what's the word on the streets?
I assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree, all burnt up, in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People want Danica to do something about it, but I don't know what they expect.
I'll have to keep that in mind. Anything else?
Have you seen that shrine of Asura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see.
Fascinating. What else?
People say there is someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that?
Maybe. Anyway, I'd like to rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Thanks.
I'll show you to your room, right this way.
Mister, could you spare a coin?
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
You gonna give me some privacy, lady? Okay. Well, sleeping is not strictly necessary in Skyrim. There is no hardcore mode where you have needs and such that you have to take care of on the side of, like, your health and everything. Not like in, say, Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 4. But sleeping, if you're not a supernatural creature of any description, excluding elves, obviously, will give you the well-rested bonus if done in a rented or owned bed. And that will increase the amount of experience you get from skill leveling up, which, combined with the Thief Stone, would probably make that thing with Faendal from the last episode even more effective, so keep that in mind. Now, I'm pretty sure you only have to do it for like 1 hour to get the well-rested bonus, but hey, for immersion's sake, let's just wait until morning.
Yes?
Mister, could you spare a coin?
Alright, so, what's our mission for now? Okay, seems reasonable. Let's head out for Silent Moon's camp.
Fear not.
Now, you might note, I'm still low-leveled. I haven't been using Faendal's training, like I pointed out. That's because I'm waiting just a little bit until I make use of that for, well, mostly roleplay reasons. But also, I guess it keeps things interesting. Not terribly so, though. I mean, it's not like you can be over-leveled, because all enemies in the game scale your level. Or at least most enemies do. Some enemies might not. I'm not 100% sure how that works. But for example, bandits. They start out as just plain old bandits, and then as you get higher and higher levels, you start encountering tougher varieties like bandit highwaymen or what's the other varieties? Bandit thug, I think there is. I'm not like, see this guy, his health bar just says bandit, so he's the weakest variety there is of this type of enemy. That's because I'm still low level. Eventually, the game will start replacing him and his ilk with their higher level characters. And the same goes for zombies, dragons, once we start fighting dragons. For now, until we reach a certain point in the main quest line, dragons are disabled. You will never encounter a dragon anywhere in the map until a certain quest has been completed in the main storyline. So, if you don't want to deal with dragons, just don't continue with the main quest. You won't have to worry about them. You can instead ignore them in favor of... Holy crap. In favor of doing, say, guild quest lines, yeah, guild quest lines, side quests, anything you want. It's an open world sandbox. There is nothing stopping you from just being an ordinary dude, not the Dragonborn, who doesn't fight dragons, who just goes around questing in this wide, expansive world. It's the game you want to play, especially if you're willing to install mods. But one important thing to keep in mind, however, is that if you install mods in the special edition of Skyrim, Steam achievements will be disabled. So if you care about that, hold off until you've unlocked all or most of the achievements, and then start messing around with mods. I know this because I used to use a mod that made one quest that's really annoying, slightly less annoying. It wasn't game breaking, it was just slightly less annoying. And I can't use that now if I want to get the achievement for doing said quests. Okay, so we've killed all the bandits, so we can claim the quest reward now if we want. But, oh!
Now ain't this a surprise?
Weird. Okay, now we've killed all the bandits. Yeah, there really doesn't seem to be any audio cues that you're hot or cold. It makes the same clicking noises no matter where you are on the scale, so... Okay, this is just ridiculous. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. 50th time is the charm. Mother. There we go. If it had taken one or two more tries, I would have had to just skip ahead there in editing, but I think that's fine. So, this dungeon is unique in that you can find lunar steel weapons. It's a unique enchantment that's only found in this dungeon, to my recollection. Was that everything? Did I get that? Yeah, okay. Corundum is useful. Take it if you find it. You'll find out why later, even if you're not a blacksmith. Or, anything of the sort. Corundum is used to make blocks, which you have to make a lot of if you want to do everything the game has to offer. Again, I'll explain why later. So, got another lunar iron here, and a unique book here that talks about the lunar enchantments. Yet another treasure chest. Amulet of Stendar. Even though we're not going to be blocking because I use magic instead of shields, I'm going to take this because it is also a useful crafting reagent. Not bad. Magic staves, always take those. They sell for a crap ton of gold. Very useful. Okay, so we're done here. And we've got two options. We can either open up the map, which allows us to just click on a location we've already been to and fast travel there, but we have to have been there before, like Whiterun. We can't just click on Moorfall here. Yeah, see, location hasn't been discovered yet. So what we gotta do instead, well, like I said, we can either click on Whiterun to just get back there immediately, or we can run back. And if we run back, we'll have the chance to spot a little alcove. It's not a location marked on the map anywhere, but it is a little alcove where we can find more treasure, more bandits, all sorts of goodies. I believe it's, yeah, I think I see it. And it's interesting that it's not marked as a location on the map, because it actually seems to have some unique scripting. Let's see, it's somewhere... Yeah, okay, here it is. Right near Silent. Yeah, it's got some unique scripting. We have these two bandits to start with.
No place here.
That was weird. We have these two bandits to start with, and that's all that's going to appear until we have successfully picked this lock. Once we've done that, 3 more bandits will spawn. But until we pick that lock, they won't appear. So like I said, some unique... I've repeated myself like 2 or 3 times now, but it's unique programming for a location that does not get highlighted on the map. And that might be because it's just, you know, so damn close to Whiterun, but I don't know, because like Whiterun Stables, Pelagia, like they can be clustered together sometimes, so I don't know. Death Bell. Absolutely take any Death Bell you see. Do not sell it. Do not use it. Just take it. Yep, Novice Illusion to cut illusion spells in half. And the reason for that should be obvious. You notice I picked up the courage spell, which I will actually now add to my... Did I? Oh, whatever. For a minute I thought I'd, like, bought 2, but no, that's not the case. I must have just found one in that last dungeon or something. There we are. Like I said. Three bandits from picking the lock. Where's the third dude? Oh. Trying to kill him. Well, that's convenient. Okay, so I think that is everything. Let's return to Whiterun. So I'm not just yet going to turn in that quest, but instead I am going to show off something else you can do. Now with the courage spell, we can just hit town NPCs all day, every day with this spell, and nobody aggroes, nobody,
I feel like I can beat anyone.
You never incur a bounty, and every time you hit someone not currently under the effect of courage, it gives you a slight amount of skill experience with illusion. So if you don't care to sneak around and just like constantly do that thing like we were doing in the mine between Helgen and Riverwood, hitting people with illusion and just very slowly whittling away your enemies in that dungeon, which would take forever, you can level up illusion very easily by just boosting a town's morale. Or, if you're feeling particularly cheeky... What the... Okay, that's, don't know what happened there. Courageous cow, 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 courageous cow. Yeah, that you can just do that forever and ever, and if you start to run out of magicka, just open up the wait menu, wait 1 hour, boom, magicka full. Courageous cow, courageous cow, courageous cow, courageous cow, courageous cow. And it just keeps going up and up and up, that illusion skill. And that costs no money except for the one-time payment on the Courage spellbook, unlike Faendal's method there. So yeah, and if you have the Novice Illusion cost by picking this perk, then that's even better, because you can cast twice the amount of Courageous Cows in one sitting without having to wait to refill your magicka. What do I want to take next? lock picking. That gave me some trouble this episode, so let's take some lock picking perks. Or at least the one lock picking perk we can take. Novice locks. Courageous cow. Courageous cow. Courageous cow. Courageous cow. Courageous cow. Ugh. Now, the actual use of courage beyond just spamming it on townsfolk is that if you hit a party member with it, they will get, I think, 25% extra health points, and they will not flee from any fight if they start getting low on health. So, it's sort of like a combination healing spell, I guess, even though it's illusion, and
I feel like I can beat anyone.
yeah, because you see he yells about, I can take on anyone.
Sometimes I miss the soldier's life, but when I hold my daughter in my arms, I know I made the right choice.
Weren't you arguing with someone earlier?
My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room.
So you need help finding it.
I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you.
White River Watch, okay. It can appear in a lot of different dungeons that are within Whiterun's territory, but for me it almost always appears in Valtime Towers, which is where I thought it was going to send us, because I have something to show you there, but Valtime Towers is not far from that particular dungeon it sent us to. That said, how do I want to go about this? I could just have a really long episode where I go in detail about all the little manny side quests and side dungeons around this area we could do. Or I could do like a montage episode tomorrow of just handling all the dungeons around here, or do it all off screen. But, whatever the case, I think I have been recording more than long enough. And you're probably getting tired of listening to me ramble by now. So I will see you... Whoops. I will see you another time, perhaps. Good night, lads and lasses.